Hi everyone, it's Softball Grandpa here with Henry and Hawkeye. There's Henry. Give me five. Give me five. God boy. Good boy. And this Hawkeye. Hawkeye's wearing his San Francisco Giants jersey. He's rooting for the Giants tonight. They're playing the Diamondbacks. He doesn't like wearing that thing. Emma bought it for me and just freezes. He doesn't want to move. Huh. Good pop. But the afternoon word of the day. The afternoon word of the day. This morning was spirituality. And this afternoon, I'm going to go with flashback. Flashback. And the reason I'm saying that because a friend of mine called me today, and he knows who he is. He'll probably be watching this. Hey, do you know any veterinarians? Because my foot hurts. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's addict behavior. Looking the easier, softer way. Why not just go to the foot doctor or urgent care and get your foot x-rayed? But that's what, I did that, used to do that stuff too. And I looked up DSMO, that's what they used to, horse limit they used to put on. That was big back in the 80s, and people used to go down to Mexico. And I did a Google search on it. It can be used on your bladder, on the inside of your bladder, but under doctor's care. But you don't want to, because it goes through the skin and it absorbs, it'll take all the bacteria with it, so you could probably get sicker than you are already. And most of us, well, some of us are sicker than others, I'll tell you that, But my friend, he's probably sicker than most. But you can't be sick of this guy. Huh. Hawkeye's probably sick of the jersey. Watch how much he moves after I take it off. Oh, yeah. Does that feel better? Feel better. Sit. Sit. Look at you smile now. Sit. Sit. Give me a paw. Give me a paw. Give me a shake. Shake. He's alive. Henry's smiling because Henry's laughing at Hawkeye because I made him wear it. The flashback. We have good flashbacks and bad flashbacks. Why do they call it a flashback? Remembering something. I didn't look it up. I probably should have looked it up. Maybe next time I'll look it up in the Webster Dictionary. But no, I had a memory lapse, not a flashback. I flashback to when I didn't know diddly. Probably still don't diddly. Oh, Bo diddly. I still like this thing. See that? There's a quarter in there somewhere. I'm gonna make one out of I'll put a 50-cent piece in there. How can we do it? Anyway, Giants are playing the Diamondbacks tonight. I'm going to tell my brother, my Dodger fan brother, that watch out because the Giants are coming back slowly but surely. And we're gonna make it to the wild card. I have faith. It'll be a flashback to whenever they did it before. But anyway, Henry, you got anything to say here? But anyway, flashback. I've had a lot of flashbacks because when the 70s and 80s, those were the mama and the papas and the White Rabbit. If you know the Jefferson Airplane, there's a song called White Rabbit. And one pill makes you smaller, one pill makes you large, but the one that mother gives you doesn't do anything at all. And go ask Alice. And that song is a parody of Alice in Wonderland. And go watch Alice in Wonderland when you're really, really high on illicit drugs. Well, no, don't do that. don't do that. I shouldn't say that, you know. Um, but I watched other things on like that. Another one was Fantasia, Mickey Mouse and Fantasia. That's a trip. And Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You know, you'll see some trippy stuff. You'll be tripping. You know, where do those words go? Those are 60 words, 70 words. Tripping. You know, flashback. What else? What else we got? A big old dog. You know, dog. He's a dog. They used to call people dog. Hey, dog. You know, what's up, dog? What's up? Huh? Give me a kiss. Oh yeah. You know when he did this when he was a puppy, I had a little cyst right here, and I let him he was licking my neck, but it got infected. I had to go in the emergency. I went to the doctor, and he said, "Well, if it gets any bigger, you know, go ahead and just go to urgent care." So it got big and it was hurting too. Thanks to this guy, all his little germs that you know from licking his butt or whatever he does, but I got infected. I went to the emergency room. They cut it off, and they gave me a shot. And they said, "You know, are you feeling anything?" And I said, "No." And then, so they gave me one of the stuff that's killing all the kids, fentanyl, and they gave me fentanyl, and then they said, "Okay, you're done." And I was higher than a kite. I've been that high in 35 years. And they said, "Okay, you can go now." I drove myself to the hospital. I had to call my son-in-law up. "Hey, come pick me up because I can't drive. I'm going to get a DUI." You know, but it's amazing. They just go ahead and take off. You know, and we wonder why there's so many accidents. But anyway, do something for somebody else, for fun or for free because you want to. You know, and ask God for help and mean it. And it's real easy to ask God for help when your ass is falling off. But when you really mean it, you know, stuff will happen. So I love you all. Talk to you soon.